To my left, he hails from Los Angeles, California. He wears dark blue trunks trimmed in white. He weighs 225 pounds. Here is the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Ken Norton. His opponent in the corner to my right, undefeated in 24 professional fights with 21 knockouts. He hails from Huntington, New York, 225.25 pounds. He's decked out in all green with white and red stripes. Gentleman, Gerry Cooney.
My command break. Stop pushing and stop back. If you score a knockdown, I want you to go to the farthest neutral corner. Stay there until I tell you to come out. Right? 3 knockdowns in 1 round will end the fight. Now 40 seconds. The bell will not save anybody from being knocked out. All right? If a fight is on the floor, please don't come in. That calls for disqualification. I hate to do that. So stay away. Wait till the fighter gets up, then you can help him. All right? Any questions? Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Well, Ray Norton in his introduction borrowing a little something from the Sugar Ray Leonard playbook and doing a little dance and a series of jabs as you look at the tail of the tape. Norton, 11 years the senior of Gerry Cooney, 6'6" to 6'3", big height advantage. The weight is just about comparable. So is the reach and all the other measurements. Round 1 underway. Norton on the right, Cooney on the left. The tactics of Ken Norton in the early rounds will be interesting to say the least. Whether he decides to pace himself, whether he decides to go after the #1 challenger. 10 rounds, 3 knockdown rule is in effect. The bell cannot save either man. A right hand buckled the knees of Norton by Gerry Cooney. First punch of the fight buckled Norton's knee. Left hand to the stomach, and another right hand to the side of the head of Norton, who stands on the ropes. Left hand to the heart by Cooney. Norton bangs away now at Cooney in Norton's corner. And another left hand scores, and again, the legs of Norton wobble. Norton is hurt in his own corner. Cooney trying to measure him. Misses 2 uppercuts, but scores with combinations of left stance. Norton straight up. Norton is about to drop. Norton is on his knees and finally slumps in the corner. He is not going to get up from this. The fight is over in 54 seconds. And if there was ever any doubt as to the punching power of Gerry Cooney, Ray Leonard, I think that doubt was put to bed right here.
Right. Cooney went out and did pretty much what I expected, but that was very dangerous when he was able to deliver 5, 6 blows, and the referee just stood there. I think the referee should have stopped the fight a lot sooner.
Norton was almost in a position where he was unable to fall down. He was kind of in a lodged position in his own corner. His knees never did touch, and so Cooney, of course, doing the right thing by just continuing to punch, but I think you make a very good point in that Tony Perez may have considered stepping in a little bit sooner than he did. Norton was out on his feet. Norton is still on the floor in his own corner. The first punch that hurt was the first punch of the fight, and it was a right hand that caught Ken Norton. We're up in the ring now.
Gerry, how early in that round did you hurt him?
Well, I hit him with a straight right hand. And I saw him back up on the ropes. So Victor told me to be cautious at all times. And if I see my openings to go in and work as planned. Victor was training for I don't know how long, up in the Concord and in New York here training, and told me the right thing.
Do you feel in some way, Gerry, that the quickness of this fight, excuse me, robs you in some way? That people will say that Ken Norton just couldn't fight anymore?
Doesn't matter to me anymore. I have my people here, my fans. We train hard. Mike Jones, Dennis Rappaport, Victor Valley, and myself. All right, we just love him, that's all.
All right, what is next? Is Mike Weaver next for the WBA championship?
Left to my managers, Mike Jones and Dennis Rappaport, and and
All right, Mike Jones here is nodding and saying that Mike Weaver will be your next opponent for the heavyweight championship. Would you explain to our audience why Mike Weaver instead of Larry Holmes?
Well, since I turned professional, I just do the fighting. My managers do the managing. My man here, Victor, gets me in shape. I just leave it that way.
Well, they must be doing a perfect job so far. Dennis Rappaport, would you tell us why is he fighting Mike Weaver instead of Larry Holmes?
We really didn't have a choice. Our first preference would have been Holmes. Holmes has refused to fight Cooney, in spite of what he said to the media, where he verbalizes one thing, but in fact, in truth, when it came time to sign a contract, he refused to, they never signed. King was supposed to get back to us 3 months ago. Me and Mike called him several times, never got back to us after a meeting where we were supposed to sign a contract.
Are you concerned that the critics will say, well, he's beaten another fighter of the 70s, he's now going a total of about 4 or 5 rounds with fighters in the 70s, but he hasn't fought a good young fighter yet?
Larry, if at the end of Gerry's career, he never goes more than 2 rounds, thank the Lord, and we'll be very happy. It'll prove that he's the greatest fighter of all time. Let the cynics ask the same questions when he's heavyweight champion of the world, because that's his destiny, the championship of the world.
Thank you very much. I'll be back in a few moments. I'm going to try to reach Ken Norton.